Alright, since my last video was a fail, we're going to look at some cool components that people are making with Lua. So let's get started! Alright, so first off, this is not a component, this is an arcade machine. This is Asteroids, and this is by RoboJohn, who is also one of the developers on Stormworks, and he made this as a cool example of what you can do with Lua. So this is really advanced, and yeah, I think I can do as far as that. I might be able to put the words Asteroids and press start to play on the screen, but that's about it. But let's just try it out. I know everyone's going to be showing this off because it's very impressive. I'm going to go ahead and jump on it, on the helm, and you want to go ahead and use W. If you look on the helm side, left side, you'll see shoot is WS, left right is to turn left right, and up and down is throttle. And so I'm going to go ahead and shoot. All right. And now we're in the game. And so now I'm drifting in. I can't believe this was like top of the line graphics back in the old days. Oh, I was never good at this game anyways. So let's try again. All right, whoop. So the idea is to dodge and fire at the asteroids. And what's amazing, I suck at this game, okay, is that this is all created inside Stormworks. And so this is just like a glimpse of what some people are going to start doing. Not something that you're going to want to really use, but it might be fun just as a distraction inside the game, or maybe it's involved in a mission where you have to deliver an arcade machine and you get to play it. I don't know. The possibilities are endless. And so what I wanted to show you was components that have Lua in them that were created by lots of different people on the Stormworks Community Workshop, and show you how, if you don't know how to script, like I don't, you can put together some cool stuff just by using what people are building, and you're going to be able to make some cool stuff and use them in your builds and use them in your missions. So what we're going to do is we're going to probably die in a second, and then we're going to go check out some very cool components made by the Stormworks community. So let's go ahead and do that. Oh,
I got to the second level. Do I want to try this? Okay, let's just try it really quick. Okay, is that it? Oh, I got another life. All right, one more. I'm not actually trying. I just want to get to the next thing.
All right, good. All right, so if you're not good at Logic and you're not good at Lua, then you're probably named Endo Skull.
No.
So what I was going to say, if you're not good at those things, what's great about Stormworks is there is a whole workshop. If you haven't been there, you should look at the description below and go check out some links. But if you have not been to the workshop, there are components. There are, of course, vehicles. But the components are being built now, and all the people that are good at scripting are starting to build some cool things. So I thought we'd go ahead and check out some cool little things that people already started building. And I'm just going to make a little platform here. And let's throw it down at the bottom so we don't have to drop it on the floor. And so what I'm going to do is grab one that I saw, which was, there's my components. We don't want that. We want camera on control screens. I thought was a cool one. Radar. What is this? Interactive menu chip? I don't know what that does. Let's try that one. And map drawer 3, map drawer version 3. Okay, let's check some of these out. One more. Okay, SOS. I kind of want to try that one. Okay, so these are the 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, this is 4. These two are together. I just want to check these out. So we're going to grab one of these chips, like the camera screen controller, and we're going to go ahead and grab a screen. Let's grab the biggest one because I am blind with these little pixelated screens. So we're going to grab the biggest one. 9 by 5? 9 by 5. I think that's the biggest one. 9 by 5. All right. And we're going to go ahead and prop this up. Oh, let's prop it up a little. Whoops. Let's prop it up a little higher. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Boop. All right. And since we're in advanced mode, we're going to, of course, need a battery. And I think we need an on-off toggle button. All right, there's a button. And let's go ahead and hook that up to that. Hook this to this and this. And then let's look at the component and see what we can do here. So we have camera pitch, camera rotation. Oh, this is for the camera. Night vision. Okay, so I think we need a camera that can pitch and roll, which is
this one.
All right, let's get this up on a little bit of height. And how does this go? Let's see. Oh, okay. Wait, what? I think it goes like that. Yeah, like that. Okay, cool. And let's go ahead and hook it up. Ba-da. And then we need some, I think we need some pitch and roll controls. So maybe throttles would be good here. Let's grab throttles. Oh, it's on screen. I'm so dumb. You don't need this. That's what the cool thing is. So we're going to go ahead and just grab this. Oops, grab this and hook it up. So this is pitch, camera, pitch, camera rotation, and camera zoom. And then this goes to the night vision on and off. Wow, that's cool. And you set that on like right. Oh, it's not right here. That's because this is not. I was thinking light. Never mind. So on the lights, if you don't know, even the little lights. Where's the little lights? Let's type in light really quick. All right. So if in case you didn't know, the normal light, the search light, and the other two spotlights all now have this where you can turn on infrared mode. So that's why I got confused on the camera. But after you turn these on, if you click that button and then you turn the light on, what will happen is that it won't shine out light, it will shine out infrared light. Is it IR light? I don't know what it's called. But it shines out a light that is invisible to the eye, but the camera can see in the dark. So that's a very cool option. So all four of those lights now have that checkbox. So very cool. Anyways, that's why I got confused about this. All right, so now that we have that, we have this, we have this. So how do we get it to here? Well, I'm glad you asked. We hit the video button, and we just drag it onto the monitor. All right, let's try this. Is it that easy? Could it be? Let's try it. All right, come over here. Go ahead and click the button. What's this? Well, that didn't do what I expected. Let's check again really quick. What did I forget? Oh, duh, video. Yeah, maybe that's it. Oh, yeah, you can tell I've been playing with these a lot. Not. All right, so let's try to turn this on again. There we go. All right, now what? It seems like I should have more controls, right? Okay, I'm pushing that button. Let's just check to make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, so this is video out. Video goes there. Video in goes here. On this, we have our pitch, our roll, and our camera zoom. We have our toggle on there. We have all of our electricity hooked up to the battery. Good, good. Oh, composite. I did not check composite. What does composite need? I don't know. Let's see how. Composite. Oh, learning something here. So composite goes into the screen. Interesting. Okay. News to me. Turn on the screen. And now when I click this, it's going to do something, right? Aha! Okay, that's our zoom. But where is our pitch and roll? All right. So I read the instructions. I know. You're supposed to do that right off the bat, but I didn't. So what you have to do is, if you want the controls for the gimbal, you have to go in here into the actual microcontroller, go into the Lua, edit the script, and then you have to enable the gimbal. So gimbal is 1. If you want night vision, 1. And then enable reset button, 1. So by default, these are set to 2, which is basically false. Don't use those features. So now we have to do that. All right, so now we can go back over here and we can spawn it. So now when I turn this on and I click this little guy here, I've got all the cool on-screen controls. So I can move the camera up or down or reset or right or left roll and then reset again. And then of course we have night vision, which if we turn it to the dark, we can now see, which is very cool. Look at that. What a beautiful sky. All right, so the next thing I wanted to try was the version 3 map drawer. So let's go ahead and draw another base. Why did I delete that base? That was dumb, wasn't it? Let's go ahead and put a battery out. Place for my monitor again. Let's go with the big, large, giant, super duper screen monitor again. And then grab the map chip and go ahead and hook the video to the video monitor. All right, that was easy for. Let's go ahead and hook the battery to that. Let's go ahead and, we're going to need a GPS, I believe. I didn't read the directions. I'm not going to lie. I did not read the directions. But I'm trying to show you that even though you don't read the directions, you can usually figure out how to use these components because people are making some super duper easy to use components. So, I mean, you should read the directions. But if you don't, you can kind of just use your own logic to figure out how they work. And I can't figure out where the GPS is. Let's put the GPS right there. And let's hook the X coordinate to the X, the Y to the Y. What's this one? Compass input. The current way the vehicle is pointing. All right, so we want the compass component, which I believe we don't want the normal compass. We want the compass sensor, I believe. And so if we point it this way, say the arrow, then we hook it up, I believe. And it needs electricity as well. And let's see, videos there. Do we have any component? Okay, we have the composite. All right, so in theory, I did everything correctly without reading directions. Could it be? I don't know. Let's try. All right, almost. I didn't add a button. And now, without reading directions, we will see if I can make this map work.
Ta-da! What?
Do I need to read directions? That's such a letdown.
I'm like, hey, I don't need directions. I'm awesome. I'm the best.
Oh, look. That wasn't hooked up. Could that be it? Just needed a little power there? I did not use directions.
Bet. Oh, gosh. Dog it. Oh.
All right. What now? Let's just look again. All right, we put on the power. We've got all these hooked up. The battery's there. The composite goes in. The video goes in. Oh, okay, I'm gonna look at the directions. It should work. Everything's hooked up properly. So this would not be a good example of a component that you could use right now, but I'm sure it will be fixed. He probably just uploaded it with a tweak, but then broke it. So let's move on. All right, so the next component we're going to try is this menu chip, interactive menu chip. And of course, I will put all the links in the description below to what I've been using here. But we're going to go ahead and hook this up and see what happens. Okay, so it wants a composite. So we'll do that. What's this go to? Control out. Control out. So I'm guessing this goes to whatever we want to control. We don't want to control anything right now. So we're just going to check it out and see what it looks like. So if we hook this up and spawn it. All right, so what did I just do? Don't know. But when I turn this on, we should get an on-screen menu. Oh, a light. But it only does a light? Is that it? Like a single light?
Really? Like you're like, oh, a light. Turn on a light. I feel like I'm just failing today. All right, so let's try this. This is probably not gonna work. Light. All right, never mind. Let's try one more.
So let's try something cool, which I think would be cool for a mission. I kind of want to use this for a mission, just because it sounds like a cool idea. I don't really know how this works. So we have a sender and we have a receiver, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do this in the same one. But I'm going to build them here and then I'll cut it out. Oops, cut it out and put it somewhere else. So let's do this. Let's see what it says. I'm not reading directions yet. So we have an X and a Y. Okay, so this is going to use a GPS, I'm guessing. We're, of course, just guessing here. We don't read directions.
No.
And what we're going to do is hook the X to the X, the Y to the Y, and then on off. Okay, so let's go get a button, and then we're going to put that right there. And, of course, we need a battery. Battery. All right. Battery. Let's just hook this together really quick. We got this and this. And then we're going to... Does this have a video output? I don't think it has video output. No, it does not. And then we have our on switch. And then this antenna output. Okay. And there's a composite. There we go. All right. So we probably need a channel to transmit on, I'm guessing. So we will go ahead and transmit on, or one is going to be 1 and 1 is 2. Okay, 2. So we will go ahead and transmit on 1. Send, okay, we'll send on 1. And we don't really need receive, I don't think, but we'll receive on 2. But this is transmitting an SOS. All right, very cool. I'm just going to save this before I jack this up. Yeah, okay. And then over here, we're going to need a battery. Probably a button. All right, button. And what else does this need? Let's see. We're not using the old... Okay, I guess we need our current position. So we will grab another GPS. And we will... I don't think that's it. The only part I'm a little bit confused about right now is data received. Oh, maybe that's what it's doing. Maybe it's just showing me on, let's say, I don't know, let's say a display. I think that's what it is. I was overthinking what it was doing. Okay, so let's try this. So if I go like this, and then we go ahead and we go back over here and we say X received and Y received. So this is X, this is Y. All right, so what I forgot to do is set the receiving signal. What now? What did I say was the sending one? Let's see. Receive, send. We're sending on this number, which is 1. So over here, if I was doing this right, we would receive on 1.
Aha!
All right, so now we should get a beep, right?
Aha!
There we go. Wow. And I didn't even mostly kind of read directions. So let's recap how this works, because I kind of had to learn as I did it. But the point is, again, is that I'm using someone else's component to build something that I can use in a mission or on a vehicle. So in this case, what we could do is we could go ahead and create this part over here and put it on a plane. Put it on a plane. And what we could do is we could crash that plane out in the middle of nowhere. And what we could do, depending on the antenna I think you use, it would have a limited range. So what you would do is put this other part on a different, rescue helicopter or plane, and you fly around in a general area. And when you get in the range of this SOS, it will give you the XY coordinates, and you could start flying and then rescue the people that have crashed and use their SOS to try to find it. You can also do crazy things like maybe set up a scavenger hunt and put various beacons around, and then have people, if the game could support it, have some people, a lot of people, go and search for the Easter eggs and see who could find the most, scattered around the world. So anyways, very cool. But let's go ahead and recap what we did. So normally I would not have these in the same vehicle project. We would take this and put this on plane A. We take this and put this on plane B. And then plane B would be the one that crashed somewhere. And then when they crash, they would turn that on and it would set a signal. So what you need apparently is, we probably don't need a receiver unless we were like sending a radio back to this one. So technically we could probably delete this. And so what we would do is have our send frequency set to number, whatever we want. It could be any number as long as this one matches. And then we can go ahead and hook up the GPS, which is going to tell us where this plane is. And of course we need a battery and the antenna. And then on this side, all we really need is the antenna and the receive channel, which we set to the same as that one. And then we want to be able to see, so we use these displays to do the X and Y. And then when it finds a signal coming in, when it's in range of this other box over here, you just set it to a buzzer and it beeps. You could set it to a light as well, because he has a blinker in there. So very cool. I'm going to link to all these in the description below, and even the map, which wasn't working too well, but I'm sure it'll be updated. So check these out and check out the arcade machine. And I just really wanted to show you that you can go ahead and not be a scripter or a logic guy and still use these components on your vehicles or your missions. So thanks for joining me. I will see you next time.
Bye-bye! There's nowhere to go. I'm just going to go in here and see if I can sit down in a bed. Is there a bed in here? Never mind. I'm just going to stand in the corner.